Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the Oukitel C21 Pro. Now, this is one of my favorite budget devices. Let's talk about the build quality. Now, the build quality is pretty simple. It's all plastic all around it, including the buttons. And the buttons do have a nice click to it. We get facial recognition on this device. It works really quickly. Look at that. Really fast. I actually do like the home screen as well, how they put the clock down here. You get your shortcuts on the home screen as well, but the facial recognition works really quick. So I really do like that about this device. I'm going to cover my face and see how that works as well. So it does work with a mask on also. Now the fingerprint on here is actually snappy as well, so I like the fingerprint on here. It's just a little hard to find because it's on the left hand side versus the middle, but if you could just remember that, I'm a lefty, so when I use it, it's toward the left hand side of the phone, but if you're a righty, it would be towards the other side. So just it's a little like learning curve. But the fingerprint sensor placement is pretty good. Now this phone does not have a headphone jack. That's the only thing I don't really think is cool. They could have actually put a dongle or something. You do get Type-C charging on this device, which is really good. Microphone on the bottom, ambient light sensor at the top, which is weird. But one of the things that's really interesting is we do have a few cameras that I want to talk about right here on the back of the phone. It does say matrix camera, which is something that you will see on an Honor phone. So they kind of took that right out of the same playbook. The design is it's pretty basic, you know, like I said, it's all plastic, glossy material. You will see some smudges on the device, so that's something just to keep in mind, but when it comes to the hardware of the overall design, it's pretty cool, honestly. Now the screen is really nice. We're getting a 1080 display by 2310 as well, so the display is going to be really good, and you're going to get a 6.4 inch 398 pixels per inch on this device. You can play really good games on here. Call of Duty, PUBG, Gear Club. You could play even more games than that. Everything loads really quick on here, so if you were to go into like the Play Store, let me see where that is. You don't get an app tray on this device, so it's kind of weird if you are coming from other Android devices and you're looking for that app drawer, but you can see it has a really nice scrolling speed. It's one of my favorite devices when it comes to budget devices because it has a really nice smooth feel to it when you're gaming. So, you know, you can go into your different apps and things of that nature, and it'll definitely feel really smooth throughout any app you're using. So when you're getting into Instagram, things of that nature, it's really fast. 85.4 screen to body ratio on this device. We don't get any display protection on here, so it's pretty scratch prone. Same as the back, it's not gonna scratch because it's all plastic, so it's not scratch prone. But the front, it may be a little scratch prone, so definitely keep a case when you have it in your pocket or something like that. Now, this device does have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. It actually has a really nice battery size for this device. It lasts pretty long. You could see that the speed of the scrolling and everything is good. Even the speakers sound pretty good as well. So you can see if I was to like
natural melatonin.
You hear the speakers sound really powerful. Now on this device we are getting 4 gigabytes of internal memory, which is actually pretty decent, and 64 gigabytes of RAM. So I definitely think that's a cool thing that we're getting that. It's gonna be a snappy device, the Helio P60 in this one. So if you go to settings on this device, you actually do get wireless updates, and there is a download right here that you can download right now on the mobile network or the Wi-Fi. We actually do have 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network on here, as well as the 2.4, so I definitely think that's cool. It connects to my Wi-Fi to my room, but it's not the strongest Wi-Fi signal in the world, so that's the only thing that you should be mindful of. But overall, it's doing a pretty decent job when it comes to like the network to mobile network. It's pretty good because I'm using my Cricket SIM, so the Wi-Fi in here isn't the best connection, so it doesn't connect as strong as some of the other devices like my Honor devices or things of that nature. Now, while this is downloading, I'm going to basically put up some picture samples on here, but you can see that we do have a bunch of stuff downloading. We have this game downloading, we have the update downloading. This phone is pretty cool. It does have like an outdoor toolbox for your magnifier, hand painting. You got this little directional thing, which is pretty cool. So they got some tools in here which are dope. You do get your compass, and that's something that a lot of phones don't also come with. So you get a magnifying glass, something that's kind of helpful if you were the type of person who needed these tools. They do come in handy for people who need these type of tools. I'm not sure if you're gonna need that, but you also do get this one too. And another thing that's cool about this device is that it does have Android 10. It does have the hotspot screencast option as well, screen record, super screenshot. You can go here and get your additional settings. We do have nearby share, dark mode as well. Everything is on board. It's pretty stock as well. You do get your navigation here. You get your gestures, 3-button and gestures. You do get security option here. So you do get your facial recognition and your fingerprint sensor included. We're on the August update, it says right here, but we're getting another update right here. It says so resume download. So I'll just let that do its thing in the background, but everything on here is pretty decent. You can go to home tree settings. You can see that they don't have the option for the home tray, the app drawer. But let's take a look at the wallpapers on here. And I like the screen, so it looks really good, really vivid. The colors look really punchy. Everything kind of just has a nice look to it. So network connectivity is pretty fast as well. Now it's clocked in at 2.0 gigahertz, really snappy, really quick. One of the quicker phones that you're gonna use for gaming or anything of that nature. We also do get a sensor on the front, which is a 16 megapixel camera, punch hole cutout, and I think it looks really nice. When you look at it, you can see the lens is embedded in the phone really deeply. They did a really good job of making that smaller, I think, than the older model. Really nice wallpapers on here. Let's click this one. This kind of looks like a tattoo that I would probably be interested in getting or something. I don't have any, but if it does look cool. Now you do get on the secondary camera. The first camera is a 16 megapixel. The second camera is a 2 megapixel. So we do have a OmniVision main 16 megapixel camera, which is going to give you decent resolution. The 2 megapixel depth sensor as well, which is a secondary camera. Now the third one is the macro camera. Now I'll show you some samples as well. The fourth is the telephoto sensor. Now, I mean, it's a photo sensor, but it's not a telephoto. It's basically just a how can I explain this? It's a digital zoom sensor, if that makes any sense. It has digital zoom on it, but it's unknown what it really does. It does, I don't know if it's a light sensor. The 20 megapixel on the front, I forgot to mention, is pretty decent. I'll show you some photo samples of that. That comes out really clear. We don't get the gyroscope on this device, but we do get the accelerometer. And you can see it definitely needs the Wi-Fi to download this. So let me see if I can connect to the Wi-Fi one more time. Maybe I can connect to this one instead. Nope, no luck with that. So yeah, I don't have the best connection in the world in my room, like I said before, but it does say we're connected. So let's just, see what this is all about. Resume, download. And now this does have a, gravity sensor, no barometer on here, but we do get the LTE bands for Cricket and Metro by T-Mobile. Bluetooth 5.0 as well. And when I've been using this device, it's really snappy for gaming. So anytime I entered a game or anything like that, it was just really quick, really snappy. It does have a radio, stopwatch, alarm, calculator, things of that nature. But for the price of the phone, it's definitely going to be a really good steal. $149.99. This is Gear Club, one of my favorite games that you can play on here. Now when it comes to the speakers, those are really loud as well, as you can see right here. So let's just go ahead and play a little bit of gaming on here. Now it's a really powerful phone. The sound is nice as well. The speakers sound really good. No stutters, no frame drops, anything of that nature. Really smooth gameplay on here. As you can see, you can do the multi-touch as well. I just make that go up to the full brightness, but it's so smooth. When it comes to the gaming performance on here, you'll be really impressed with the gameplay of this device. So I haven't had any complaints with it whatsoever. It's just been a really good phone overall. So there's nothing I have been, the battery on here is really nice. It lasts all day, and I get about 2 days, just over 2 days with this device. Screen on time is about 8 hours with this one. So I'll do a lot more videos comparing the battery percentage to other devices in the similar price bracket, but you can see that the game performance is really smooth on this one, just flawless. Speakers look great. Update is coming in. Let's resume that, but you can see I'm finally connected to the Wi-Fi in here. So let's go to software updates and about phone, and you can see it does show you that you have a 16 on the rear, 20 on the front, macro as well, Android 10, which is kind of cool. I'm on the August security patch on Android 10 on this device. That's cool. Cameras of this device are nice as well. You do get extras. You get macro, pro, and filter. So you have a dedicated macro mode on here. Actually looks pretty decent when you zoom in on, I'll post that photo right there, or I'll just show you right here. You get some pretty decent detail on his face for that camera. So it's not a dead lens, it's actually pretty decent. Beauty extra, like I said, you get the bokeh for front and rear. So I could take bokeh on the front camera and get like a portrait if I wanted to. You also do get video that goes up to 1080 30 frames per second. I'll leave a video sample as well, and it goes up to 722 if you wanted to lower it. But this device overall is a really good phone for the price. It's been holding up really well. Everything's just been snappy on the phone overall. Bug fix coming in here, so I definitely think that's pretty cool. Let me see, download. I guess it depends on how you hold the phone, is how the connection of the Wi-Fi, how strong that is. But overall, I haven't had any complaints with this device. I mean, it's really light in the hand though. That's something that you may want to know. But I will have a lot more videos coming on this phone, case review, some comparisons as well, since this phone has been really popular for a budget device in 2020. But I'll be right with you guys, and stay locked in with me. And if you're new, join the crew, and I'll check you later. Peace.